again, it was just amazing. It was just absolutely amazing. And what was amazing is not only the new people that were here that we launched, but this time we were fortunate enough to actually have like 3 or 4 people come in, a couple of people come in that were here last event, which was like 30, 40 days beforehand. And it was just exciting. It was just flat out exciting. Every single one of those people is doing deals. One guy that came in, we got $100,000 deal on the table and 2 or 3 deals for about 20 or 30,000. We had Alex come in. We've been working with Alex for about 45 days, and we got about a $45,000 deal that we're finishing off next week, putting it on. I mean, it was flat out exciting, and the people that were here, we just had an amazing time. There was no one. There was no one that left early, which was cool because it was Mother's Day. We had one person wanting to leave early, then he's like, I'm staying. B, we put together plans with just about every single person that was here. I think at this point, I was trying to check with my office an hour or two ago, and I couldn't get a hold of everybody. But I was told that almost every single person that was here is now in some kind of action mode, and we're only it's only Tuesday, so we're only 48 hours afterwards. So everybody's already doing something. So, I mean, and the exciting part for me about these live events is just helping people. I mean, many, many years ago, I had a couple people, and to this day, I still always have a couple people that take interest in my success. I mean, I understand the value of a mentor, of a coach, all that kind of stuff. And it's exciting for me now working with my mentors, but now it's kind of like, instead of making, X amount, I make X plus a little bit. I try to go up a little bit by little bit consistently to kind of have that consistent growth. But my most exciting mentor and my most exciting people in my life were actually 20 years ago when they took me from a hole, because that's where I was. 20 years ago, I was in a hole. I managed very skillfully to dig myself about a $500,000 hole in 6 months after being in this business, losing a shitload of money. And my first mentor got me out of that hole. Took a little time, took a little effort, took a little ingenuity, but that was like that mentor. There's no question to this day, I would say I credit that first mentor 20 years ago, Barton is his name. And, he and I are still friends. He and I actually still do deals. We've done a couple condo conversions since then. We've done a couple big deals. So it's that first mentor that you kind of like. It really, I think first mentor always has the biggest impact on your life. You talk to some of the greatest athletes out there, and, like they're going into Hall of Fame. They may have along the way 10 coaches, not uncommon. But the one they always talk about is one that helped them win the big one, the major, the championship, and the first one. I mean, that is just across the board. Every single person that's ever been great, you got 2 huge people that make the impact. One that helps you win the championship and one that helps you get off the ground. And it's cool kind of being, we're as a team now a part of those early experiences for people. Now, we had some people here that are already killing it. They were doing great. They might, hit a wall or something, and we're helping them get to the next level. Just as exciting, I promise you. But that initial startup, when people come into our world and into our community, they show up at our live event, and you could just see, I mean, they're frustrated. Some are broke to a certain degree. Some are broke not just financially, but up here, meaning like they're at the point, like, do I even want to go forward? And then all of a sudden we have this impact on them because, we've done this for 20 plus years. We've helped thousands of people make a lot of money in this business at this point. So it's exciting as you meet these people to see the transformation. And it's not like a 6-year transformation. It's not like I just got done working out. So now, of course, I need to have a cigar to kind of cool down a little bit. But it's fun seeing that transformation where people are coming in a little bit broke financially, a little bit broke mentally, a little bit broke knowledge-wise, and all of a sudden, boom, within 24, 48 hours, it's just like, oh my God, I didn't know this is possible, or I didn't know this tool existed, or I didn't know you'll give me all the money for my deals, or I didn't know you'll partner with me, or I didn't know that I could use this kind of marketing. I was using this marketing. So anyway, I'm uber excited today. I'll tell you why else I'm so uber excited today. We got a good guy on the phone today. And when I say good guy, I met Rob a couple months back. Then I went to see him a week or so ago. And Rob's like a definition of a good guy. I mean, he's just like just a really, really, really solid, strong person. And what was really exciting is that at our live event, we do like a party that Saturday night, and we're all sitting around the pool, having some cigars with everybody, talking the future, talking about the possibilities, talking about what we're all going to get together again, picking areas like where we want to get together. And all of a sudden, Julie's like, God, I got to get this call. Jason won't stop calling me. And Jason is a good friend of both Julie's and I. We've been working together with for many years. He's one of the top actually real estate agents in the country. And Jason's like, he wouldn't stop calling Julie. And Julie's like, what? She's like, all right, I'm going to pick up the phone. And she picks up the phone and she goes, I wonder if something's wrong. Because, usually people don't call late Saturday night. And she picks up the phone. She's walking around the pool to like, we're all in this area, a ton of us. And she's walking around the pool. And then I hear this, Yahoo! And I'm looking at Julie. I'm like, and Jason's kind of a subdued guy. He's not like necessarily this rah-rah, jump up and down guy. And she's telling us about a deal. He's telling us about a deal that Rob, who was with us today. Actually, it's our second deal. We've been marketing for a couple months now. We've been doing stuff for a couple months. And she's telling us about the deal that we're closing with Jason. And I'm just going to give you the numbers on it. I don't know why I called it Jason. Yeah, Jason was telling us the deal that Rob and us were putting it together. And because Jason kind of introduced us to Rob, and he's helping him out a little bit in Michigan. But I'll give you the numbers, and then I gotta bring Rob on because Rob's got a cool story. It's a story a lot of you guys will relate to. But we bought the property, and Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we bought it for $175.
$165.
We bought it for $165. We spent $20-30 on it to fix.
13.
Yep. All right, good. See, I'm wrong. Too high on the right, too low on the
Hey,
right.
that's a good spot to be.
That's awesome. So we bought it for $165. We spent about $13 on it. We put it. When do we put it in the market?
We put it on Friday morning.
We put it on 4 days ago. And Saturday we get a call from Rob's office. Basically, we got an offer for how much?
$260. We actually got 3 offers for $260, and one a little bit lower.
3 offers for $260. So $165 to buy, basically $180, $185 all in when everything's said and done. And we're now under contract for $265. And that's the second deal that we're doing with Rob. We've been working with Rob for a couple of months now. We already closed one deal, made money on it. And I was just like, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, Rob, because this is hilarious. I was trying to get a little Rob. I'm like, okay, I got to call Rob. So I'm blowing up Rob's phone. Finally, I don't know if you picked up the phone or you called me back. And I said, I don't know what I said. I said something like, what do you think? Or I said like, blah, blah. And you're just like in such a cool voice. You said something like, yeah, that's real estate. I'm like, what? Dude, we're about ready to make about $100,000 here. And I'm like, and you're like, yeah, that's real estate. So,
well, I wanted to see. I didn't want to act too cool or anything. I wasn't sure. So,
cool. Making $100,000. Yeah, I'm like, Saturday night, why are you calling me? Right? Like, so we're making $100,000. So that's awesome. And I'll tell you, my personal history with Rob is pretty simple. Rob actually went, and that's one of the benefits to working in our community. This is why I'm so adamant about being part of our community, being part of the Vexman method, because that's one of the entry points into our world. And so we met Rob, towards the beginning of the year. He actually came in, he saw, he learned about us. I think actually it was through Jason he learned about us. We decided to do deals together, partner together. Because guys, look, we don't just do a community to do a community. I'm going to be honest with you. There's tons of real estate communities out there. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. All you guys know there's tons and tons and tons of real estate communities. The reason we're so excited about ours is not only do we teach you how to do stuff, but when you get into our world, we're about doing deals. I mean, you can get education anywhere out there right now. But knowledge is like there's a million miles between knowing something and doing something in this business. And so it's all about doing deals. It's all about doing deals with people that get in with us. We want to do deals. We provide all the financing, all the money for it, no questions asked. We help with the back-end infrastructure if you need it. We help the construction piece. We help with all the front-end marketing. We help with the negotiations if need be. We then help with the sales if you need help, and then we just split the profits. Easy. So basically what you're doing is you're piggybacking off our experience, our knowledge, and our money. And when it comes to real estate, if you have experience, if you have knowledge, if you know what you're doing, and you have money, that's it. That's the bottom line of what you need. But that's hard to get. But that's what we provide to our partners. So a couple of months ago, towards the beginning of the year, Rob comes in here. He's getting into our world. We're going to start doing deals. And really, he came to see Julie. Jason kind of told her, hey, we're going to bring Rob out there. We want him to kind of get to know you. Sorry. There's Rafa. You guys wave. There he is. And so Rob comes in here, and Julie was in a conference call. And I'm going to share the story again, Rob. I hope I don't embarrass you.
I think you should.
So Rob's sitting he was sitting right through this door, right out there in our lounge or entryway. I forget what that's called, our foyer. And I come out, I'm like, okay, hey, Julie told me you're coming in. Exciting, Dearborn, Michigan, surrounding areas. Love to do it. Hear a lot about it. Been doing it for 20 years. I've never done a deal in Michigan up till the time we met Rob. And I like, so, how long you been doing this? He's like, well, I'm just getting started. I'm like, you listed a shitload. No listing. If you flipped a bunch, yeah, really not that much experience there. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll get Julie. So I walk back there, which is where Julie's office is. Thanks, man. I walk back there where Julie's office is, and I look at Julie. I'm like, all right, Julie, have fun. No experience, not really experienced as an agent, not really experienced as an investor, but we believe in everybody. So I said, so you're going to help Rob and then just keep me posted. Good luck. But let's see what happens. And, I always want to be transparent. I do believe in everybody, but I could tell you when you're starting with somebody like fresh, new, brand new, there's like a little bit bigger hill you got to climb. And that was it. I kind of just forgot about Rob for a little while. We connect with Jason every once in a while. And I think the first time you talked to Jason, I didn't even bring you up. I was just like, but you know what? Rob was committed. Rob understood that you got to follow a system, which we have here. Rob was working with Julie. And then about a couple months afterwards, Julie comes up to me. She's like, boom, we made money on the first deal. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And here it is a month or two later. We are now standing to make around 80 to 100,000. He's on his way. I'm telling you, he has been absolutely transformed from Rob. And I'll be honest with you, I met you now I went to see him about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And I'm just telling you, you may not realize, Rob, but you're a different guy than when I met you. You carry yourself differently. You're a lot more confident. I watched how you were taking calls. We talked a little bit about the processes you got to go through, strategies of how you want to negotiate and all this. He's very coachable. I kind of given him advice as I spent that whole day with him. I could see he wasn't arguing. He's like, okay, I got it. I see how you want to do that. This is what our world's all about, guys. It's taking people, whether you're at 0, whether you're at 5, whether you're at 8, we want to get you from where you want, and we want to just grow you. And Rob's just like freaking an epitome of the people we're working with, the people we're helping. So I think I've pretty much said everything, Rob. I don't know what else you could add to this.
Well, Peter, I'll tell you.
Here's what I want you to do. Tell us about Rob's like a little one of those, I want to discover myself, want to find myself kind of guys too. So tell us your story a little bit before real estate and how you did all that stuff.
Well, before I was doing the kind of residential and investing and retail side, I was in commercial at a big bank, which was fun. It had its perks. I learned a lot, put up big apartment buildings and stuff like that. But I wanted to take kind of more ownership over my career, my life, rather than kind of sit behind the desk. So I decided, I saw the statistic originally that 9 out of 10 realtors failed in the first however many years. And I was like, there's got to be something there, some opportunity for training or something like that to help out. So I figured I'd, get to know how to do it in the first few years and then develop some kind of model to help others. Now, I kind of started out, and I think this is where Peter came in, seeing that I had no experience.
Before you get into that, talk about your little 4-month little thing.
Oh, the little Thailand. Yeah. I went over to Asia for a little while. Just it was a culture that collective is just so different than anything over here that I had experienced. And I kind of like to get out and see how other people live. So I decided that I was just going to quit my job and go there for a few months. I traveled with some other kind of business owners that worked on their laptops and whatever. And they asked if I knew anything about accounting because they needed some help, and they knew I had kind of a finance background. And I said, sure, I'll figure it out. We can do that. So that was my first kind of business, you could say, but it didn't really light a fire under me. Decided that it was fun while I was there. When I got back, wasn't exactly what I was looking for. But I knew that I enjoyed real estate from my time at the bank, and obviously saw the opportunity that it could afford you. So I decided to go all in. But when I first started, and I started maybe September of last year, and I flew down to see Peter and Julie end of January, beginning of February of this year. I hadn't really done anything. And my big problem was when I realized was that I was trying something for a few weeks and then kind of giving up, saying, oh, no, I can do this. I saw this online. Somebody was doing this really well. I can do it too. Did that for a few weeks, wasn't really working, moved on to the next thing. And I did that. And before you know it, 4 months down the line, I've got nothing to show for it. And then obviously I talked to Jason. I was, explaining some of where I was coming from in terms of getting started, struggling a little bit. And he's like, I think Peter and Julie down in Atlanta have an awesome model, super helpful for somebody that has the interest, wants to put in the work. Why don't you go down there, see what you can learn, and partner up with them and bring it on back? And I was like, okay, let's do that. And so I went down, saw Peter for a second, mainly spoke with Julie, obviously. But yeah, that was really it. I got started on the program, and it wasn't, I'm going to go find something else to do. It was, no, I'm going to go all in on this, and I'm going to stick it out for as long as it takes. And I mean, here we are 3-4 months later now, cruising through deals, keeping the system rolling, working every day, taking calls, going on appointments. I mean, that's really all I could say. It takes work. It's not just going to kind of happen overnight. You don't just shoot some money out and deals start flooding in. But it is a system, and these are two mentors that know what they're doing at an extremely high level. And yeah, I mean, I'd still be spinning my wheels without them. So thank you, Peter, and thank you for the kind words at the beginning. I try to be a good dude as best I can, but try to get a little better every day.
No, listen, you're awesome. And again, this is the thing that why we love every once in a while, or as much as possible, to bring real life people, because these are just real life people. Rob's no different than so many of you all that are listening either tonight or going to be listening down the road. Rob just understood that he wanted to build this business. He wanted to be successful. And guess what? That's what we're all about. We're about helping everyday people across the United States become successful in the real estate investing business. And that's why we put together the Vexman method, the community that we put together. It is literally a step-by-step process of what we do here to have done over 3,500 deals. It's a step-by-step process that not only gets you, like Rob right now, obviously just getting started, doesn't even have a year behind him. So this is just like, you're brand new. But the goal that we try to accomplish with everybody is very simple. I want to get everybody to the level that I'm at in this business. And there's a couple mile markers in this business. The first one is actually probably the major one, the hardest one. And that is where Rob, you hit very successfully, obviously, and fairly quick. And that is to do your first a couple deals. That's a point where almost nobody gets to, unless you have somebody to hold your hand through the process, somebody you could talk to on a, kind of as is. Okay, here's what's going on. I need help today. I need help with this. You got to get your first deal done. But what's going to happen with someone like Rob, like this year, it's very simple. We just want to close as many deals as possible. We want to teach him how to close deals. We want to teach him as much as we can in terms of negotiations, acquisitions. We want to script them. We want him to be a real estate investor, okay? We want him to put money in his pocket. We want him to reinvest back in a business, the same thing any business owner does. We want to teach him, basic real estate concepts. We want to teach him basic business concepts. And by the time we're done at the end of this year, we want to have a bunch of deals. We want him to have a checking account to show for it. We want him to feel confident as a real estate investor. Now, what's going to happen year 2, Rob, and I've already talked to you about, year 2, 3, that's when we get into the high level. And the high level is the lifestyle side. That's when we're going to start leveraging. And people that we've been working with for over a year, and we've shown a number of those to you all here on Tuesday nights also, that's when we get into how to leverage your efforts, how to bring people on, how to take things out of, now that I know how to script and how to negotiate, how do I get a scripted negotiator on board? Now that I know how to inspect, how do I get an inspector on board? And that's when you get to the level that we're at here. I mean, literally we're doing, dozens and dozens of deals on a monthly basis. And guess what? My interaction with this deal is very simple. It's through my phone. And once or twice a day, I get a text from my office, and it comes from Mary, and it's got like 2 things in there. A number, like $10,000, and then a K. So I think Mary still doesn't understand that I would cut on the 10,000, what 10,000 means. So and that's just how much money I made on the deal. I mean, can you imagine in this business, not only making a shitload of money and doing a ton of deals and having consistency and having a predictable business, but also have a lifestyle to go with it. The kind of lifestyle that allows you to control your time, that controls your effort, that allows you to do what you want to do. That, like I said, I just got done working out. My second workout. I don't know why I'm showing my cigars. I worked out. But, my second workout of the day. Hey, I want to relax for a minute. I'm going to have a cigar. Rolf and I will probably chat a little bit after this. Not under any time span. And guess what? Tomorrow I'm going to go see Dennis, another person we've been working with, actually under 30 days. And we're on our first deal. Well, we're buying it for like 90-some thousand, I think, or 80-some thousand, spending around 15 or 20 into it. And we got 4 realtors that are like begging us to list it in the 180s. Not bad. And that's what the Vexman method is all about, guys. I'm gonna feel very confident to tell you that it is your one-stop shop to learning, piggybacking off our experience, piggybacking off our money, and doing a bunch of deals. And in the Vexman method, when you join our community, it's very simple. And number 1, you're getting access to myself and Julie on a weekly basis. We dial in just like we're doing here tonight, but there we're discussing deals. We're discussing your deals with you. We're discussing your situation with you. Number 2, you get incredible library of recordings. Doing this for 20 years, I promise you, I can't cover everything like on a weekly session with you. But what we have done is we have successfully recorded of what we've done to get to where you're our community, that you're interacting, that you're strategizing, that you may end up doing deals with, okay? Number 4, you're getting all of our scripts when you join the Vexman community. You're getting, because in this business, you don't just do things off the hip. I mean, even 20 years into the business, when I negotiate something, I'm very scripted. I sound like I'm just kind of talking it through, but there's a very, very systematic process I go through. When I'm talking to buyers, when I'm talking to sellers, when I'm talking to investors, when I'm raising money, you're getting all of our scripts. In our Vexman method, in the Vexman community, you're getting also all of our marketing paraphernalia. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I have spent 7 figures developing the right kind of marketing messages. I mean, I've spent $20,000, $30,000 on messages that yield me like 0 results, like literally 0 results. So, but now we feel like we've perfected our messaging on the marketing side. So when you're part of our community, you're getting access to all of our marketing materials that we put together. The other thing, you get access to unbelievable technology. For instance, your phone becomes your tool, not a tool to make phone calls, not a tool to receive emails, but literally you get technology that allows you to drive. You can be anywhere. Like you're driving, you're going to your job maybe while you still have it. You're driving, you're going to go see a property. And you're driving and you're seeing a property that maybe you're like, man, that would be cool property to possibly buy. It's got overgrown weeds. It's got a roof that doesn't seem perfect. In our community, you get access to technology that allows you to point this phone at this house, and immediately on your screen will return a message of everything you want to know about this property. who owns it, their contact information, literally all the tax records. I mean, that information is priceless that you get literally at the fingerprint. That's the technology you get. Then you're like, you know what? This looks like a fantastic deal to go after. You hit one more button on your phone, and our technology allows you to send a direct mail piece. Like you could be like, you take a selfie, like, you know, you're like pointing this way. You don't have a cigar. You're looking businesslike. You're pointing a picture. You're taking a picture, and that picture gets embedded into a direct mail piece, and the direct mail piece gets sent right to the owner of the property, and the messaging is totally customized. It's kind of like, hey, my name is Peter, and I want to buy your house. And they're like, this is not like some kind of another random postcard that I get. This is somebody that actually looked at my property, saw my property, is interested. I promise you that technology mixed in with direct mail immediately elevates you above every other piece of postcard that these guys get. You get this type of a technology. So you just get on and on and on and on. Guys, I can tell you right now, you need to be part of the Vexelman community, the Vexelman method. And today there's a link to it. You know, you just, if you're not part of this yet, just click the link, go. It's $1 to register. It's a 14-day trial for $1. Afterwards, it's month to month. You're just picking up a technology fee of $99. But here's what else you get upon registering. And this is like a must-have because we met Rob face-to-face. The people that I'm telling you that we're doing deals, we met them all face-to-face. And you actually, once you register, you get access and you have the ability to come to our next live event. It's taking place June 9th and 10th. That's the second weekend in June. You come here to Atlanta, and guess what? We absorb basically your costs unless you love it. So you come here, it's on our dime. We're not charging anything. After the weekend's over, if you love it, not like it, but love it, it surpassed every one of your expectations, then you pay us a measly $750. Guess what? If we didn't surpass every one of your expectations, if you don't totally love it, no charge. I mean, that's how much we believe in what we do. That's how much we believe in our processes, in our systems. So get to the Vexelman method. There's a link on your screen right now. Register for $1 and then just register for the live event. I promise you, it'll be absolutely game changing. Rob, I don't want to just keep you like sitting there. Do you feel like, you're getting more confidence? The more you're in, I know you haven't been here for years and years, but just a couple months you've been in it. Do you feel like you're getting more and more confident?
Absolutely. Once you start doing that first deal, you're in a totally different mindset after that. You know that it works, and I mean you can just shoot to the moon after that. So
yeah, now,
that's where I am.
I was picking on you a little bit when you dialed in because when we were sitting at a cigar bar in Michigan, smoking, you know, one thing, Rob's pretty passionate about other things in life, like truly, like you're. I want to say you're like my age in your 50s, but unfortunately you're not. You're like, I'm embarrassed to say this. I have like 30 years on you just about. But one of the things, I'm passionate about some other things, being a young entrepreneur, encouraging other people to be entrepreneurs. Tell us a little bit about that vision that you have.
You know, I just think in this day and age, in 2018 and going forward with the power of the internet, all the things you can do, just the old guard method of kind of slaving away for 40 years and retiring and riding out into the sunset, I just think is dead. And it just wasn't for me. And I know a lot of people my age think that that's still what they have to do, and they have to grind it out and wake up on Monday morning and dread their lives and celebrate Friday and Saturday and, you know, go through that for the next 40 years. And really my passion is to just show through things like this, webinars, that, you know, you don't have to do that anymore. This isn't the 50s. The corporate America isn't the be all end all. You can go make a name for yourself out there. But you got to put in the work. I mean, it's not like you can just show up and expect it to be handed to you. If you really want it and you work for it, you can achieve it. And so I'm just, you know, starting out young, trying to show my journey of coming from nothing to wherever it may take me, and just taking it one day at a time.
No, that is totally awesome. That's one of the things that we actually encourage here for members of our communities that become successful, and our members that are actually doing stuff with us, they become successful. We're talking about 2, 3, 4 months, and we're talking about we're splitting deals $30,000, $50,000, $80,000. I mean, think about the impact of like a $30, $50, $80,000 deal into your lives. But that's one thing we encourage here. Like we want you to give back. And sometimes giving back is not necessarily like helping other people do deals. Sometimes giving back is what Rob's doing. He's doing it at kind of at a general level for young entrepreneurs, except freaking, I told you, you got to hit social media. So like, that's been like over a week we've been like, how have you done on your social media?
Hey, I'm on Instagram at Rob the Realtor Guy. Shameless plug, but that's my main focus of social media right now.
How many have you done since I saw you?
Posts, I've done a couple. I've got probably, 4, usually on average 4 things a day on my story. So keeping everybody updated through this flip as it goes about, and just showing the start to finish process, kind of a little behind the scenes action. That
is absolutely awesome. I'm going to really, really pick on you for the next couple of years about that, because all kidding aside, you got, for somebody in their 20s, how old are you?
24.
Oh, makes me sick. I had kids almost that age. So for somebody at your age, at 24, I was still like trying to figure out like how to get out of traffic tickets and, how to freaking, do something that I knew wasn't going to last my whole life. But I'm going to pick on you for the next couple of years because you got an unbelievable story, not from a perspective of doing this business with us, because I think once you get into our world, it's not rocket science. But for a 24-year-old kid to have the vision of doing something for himself, of being a business owner, of reinvesting, of having a long-term vision, not a Friday night, get enough money to go out and party, which is where I was at your age. I'm just going to tell you, Rob, you're going to have a big, big footprint in life. You are going to inspire a lot of people. And I think it's very possible that not through real estate, which I think you're going to get a lot of people inspired through real estate, but I think just in your journey overall, you're going to have an impact, a huge impact on just people's lives, young people's lives that may want to go on and become scientists. They may want to start a local dry cleaning. They may want to become they may want to become in real estate. So I think it is absolutely phenomenal that you're doing that. And I'm gonna pick on you constantly.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I want you to get your message out. I think you're going to be huge in life. And, it's a pleasure to know that we're having some kind of an impact on you and helping you in your journey. So that is absolutely awesome.
You absolutely are. And I think that's really the big thing here is the mentorship that you guys provide. Like I said in the beginning, I was just kind of swimming in the kiddie pool there, not really making much happen. And it wasn't until you guys came along and really got behind me and guided me that I could even get this platform here tonight. So for that, obviously, I thank you. And to all those listening, that the mentorship thing is the ultimate game changer in this business, really in any business and anywhere you're trying to grow in life.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome, guys. So by now, you all should see the link to the Vexelman method. Go ahead and hit it. Again, it's $1 to register, 14-day trial afterwards. It's just $99 a month. You're just paying for the technology that we're providing and offering. Everything is month to month. I want you to immediately commit to come to our live event June 9th and 10th. It's on us. You don't absolutely love it. You don't think absolutely it's fantastic. Then you pay us nothing. If you absolutely love it, then it's just a $750 charge once the event is over. I promise you one thing. Not only we're picking up the tab if you don't love it, it will be a game changer. It'll be a game changer not only from how quickly you accelerate in your business, but it'll be a game changer just in your overall life. We've had families come here. We've had, partners come here, husbands, wives.
Yeah, tell them about the additional bonus. They can bring their partners.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Peter.
And it's Rafa. I bring him everywhere I go. Like, he usually just tags along with me. And usually, like, he was holding this up for, 5 minutes. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, am I hitting it out of the ballpark tonight? Or what does that mean?
You are, buddy.
But I guess what that means, now I know. When he says this, that means, that's right. At no charge, even if they absolutely love it, which they will, bring a partner with you, bring a husband, bring a wife, bring a spouse, bring a kid. Last last event, we had moms here, we had dads here. It's fantastic. No charge for them. Guys, I hope you could, if nothing else, I hope you see how much we believe in what we do. This is not just another put you through the motions just to teach you a bunch of stuff that you think is cool. What we do in our community is we invest our time, our effort. Matter of fact, I just came from the gym, and driving from the gym to here, I was talking to Trey. I don't know if he's on the phone tonight or not. Logged in tonight or not. But Trey has been with us, I think, for under 30 days. We just got a contract to him. He's like, I'm ready to put this property under contract. We've been talking about this deal. I've been working with him for about 48 hours. I'm trying to get my numbers straight, but I think we're putting under contract for $330,000, zero in work, and the very next day we're putting it on the market for $430,000. And Trey's been with us for under 30 days. He's going to use all of my money. I was going to say we're going to help him fix it, but when you spend zero on fixing, we're not going to help them fix it. There needs to be no fixing. We're going to identify the right sales agents in that area to help us sell it, help us maximize on a price. And we're going to be splitting another $100,000 check with Trey, and that's under 30 days. I could just tell you story upon story upon story. No brainer. Go ahead, get signed up, get registered, introduce yourself. You also get to be part of our Vexelman Method Facebook private page. And that page is just getting lit up now. Remember, Rob, when we started this thing, I was like, how do we get people to interact on there? Now it's like every day people are doing deals on it. They're posting deals. They're asking questions. I'm giving them answers. Julie's giving them answers. Our people, every once in a while, even Rafa, who knows nothing about real estate, gives them an answer. But it's not just other members of the community are giving answers. It's accountability. It's quick 100% total response. Like, hey, I'm driving to this deal. I said something to the seller, but I shouldn't have said it. How do I take that back? Boom, boom, boom. Here's how you walk it through. Many times we jump on the phone with the sellers to help them negotiate. I've negotiated plenty of deals for people part of our community. Again, you get tons of recordings on it. You get access to Julie and I and a live interaction privately there once a week. You're getting all of our scripts. You're getting all of our marketing paraphernalia. You're getting unbelievable technology, point-and-click technology, laser-focused direct mail. You're coming to our live events. It's a no-brainer. So, Rob, listen, I appreciate you being here. You're awesome. I want to come down there. I'm going to Cleveland tomorrow with Dennis, another member that we're doing a deal with. I'm going to be in Ohio, but I plan on coming to seeing you. Matter of fact, I want you to come here to our next live event, Rob, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, come on. You'll enjoy it. We'll spend some time together. We'll hang out Saturday night. We'll do it at the lake house. You guys will love our lake house. It's just kind of a very laid-back environment that Saturday night. We kind of get really, really focused on people and their situations and what's going on there. So we love it. Guys, the Vexelman Method, the link is on your website, on your screen by now. If not, just go to thevexelmanmethod.com. Register. It's a no-brainer. Rob, man, you're awesome. It's a pleasure working with you. It just reinforces that A, we're doing the right thing, but B, it reinforces that when you get the right person, we have the right tools to help guys like you and ladies like you. You're awesome. Everyone's awesome. Anything I need to answer?
Let's ask her. I just asked if there are any questions.
All right, if there's any questions. But Rob, listen, we've held you here longer than I promised you, so you can log off.
No worries. No worries. Appreciate it, Peter.
Go post something. Go freaking post on social.
I will.
All right, man.
Thanks. See ya.
So I don't think we have any questions at the moment.
Cool. All right, guys, the Vexelman Method. Go register. $1 for the trial. We'll see you guys soon. Look forward to working with you. Bye.